right.
A small one, too. I believe it.
All right. Good evening, viewers, people that are listening to us, wherever you're hearing this, whether it's in the live audience or, you watching this later on YouTube or Anchor. What's up? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It is I, Xansaurus. I probably sound absolutely ridiculous right now because my allergies, but we just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna go first for my intro so I can get that just out of the way. Yesterday was my birthday. I made it to 25 and I'm black.
Happy birthday!
Hey.
Happy birthday!
So, we out here, we lit. Another year, ready to get on this grind, make some money. And yeah, that's it. And thank you to everyone wishing me a happy birthday out there in the chat. Thank you very much. Unban dirt. Sure, we can unban dirt. Right.
Damn, poor Dirt.
Derp has been set free because of people in chat supporting him.
Fuck Dirt.
Alright, we might need to ban him again, Next, Mello. How has your week been?
It was alright, man. I was on spring break, and my birthday was Monday. And
Oh, it's your birthday too.
yeah, I turned 22.
That's lit.
Yeah.
Alright. You do anything special this week?
Not really,
Not really.
Bro,
Damn. You ain't getting enough for your birthday? What the freak?
Oh yeah. Oh, I went car
birthday
shopping.
butt, bro?
Oh, you? Oh, ooh.
It's been, no, I drowned, man. That's about it.
Are you
You
drowned?
drowned in some birthday butt?
Yeah, huh?
Wait,
Oh,
I almost name drop.
No. I think I use a no. Never mind. Next person.
Oh, it's personal. Oh,
oh, shit, my body.
all right.
So y'all just gonna whip people, huh? Just gonna whip it good. That's how you feel.
Oh, nah.
That's crazy.
Y'all don't know how to act. Where are your parents?
Where are your parents? Anything else happen this week, Mello?
Yeah, that's the usual, you know.
All right, that's it. All right,
I
bet.
found our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's always a good thing. All right, Phil, how was your week?
You know what I'm saying? It was straight. Really didn't do too much.
I'm about to ban Greg. Hold on.
You know, that's it. Let's go to like a step show. That's it.
Okay, nice. Short and sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Guyver, how was your week?
Week was cool.
You do
Week
anything?
was cool. Took a day off from work today.
Took a day off to
Just a
recuperate.
personal-
Like
just a personal day. Yeah, I got one more day at work tomorrow, so then I'll be back to streaming again a little bit. And relaxing until my 3 to 11, where I'm gonna probably be gone for a bit. But for the most part, I just was trying to get my head right for the week. So
I feel that.
Should I unban Greg?
Yeah, we can unban Greg.
I guess.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So, in today's topic, as chat may know, we do respond to chat if chat brings up some good points. So feel free to throw your 2 cents or your 50 cents in the chat. You know, some people's opinions be weighing heavier than others, to be honest, when it shouldn't be like that. But, you know, some valid points are made from the chat. So if you feel some type of way, post it in chat. This is a safe place. We're just trying to get to the bottom of some of the stuff going on in our community, you know. So for today, the first subject that we're going to be talking about is having a schedule, specifically on stream, but not just on Twitch. You know, like people in our community just completely ignore this aspect of streaming and content creating. But for anything to be successful, you know, pretty much for the most part, there needs to be some form of schedule and release, a formula, something you're doing. We're not just okay, today I'm going live at this time and the next day is completely different. That type of like randomness doesn't work very well. So I would like to get just some feedback on like why it is people just don't feel that is important. Like why is it just forgotten in our community? Is it like a lack of like dedication, like people just not serious, or is there something else? So
I feel like people probably just don't know how to just schedule shit. To be completely honest, like I feel like some people they can't schedule stuff like they would like, and then other people just don't know how to go about that. You know what I mean? So I don't always feel like it's just people don't want to or don't care to. You know, scheduling is an important aspect of life in general. So everybody could benefit from some form of schedule if you are capable of doing so. But some just don't know how to do it. Like they don't know the way to go about doing it or taking care of it or handling it or setting something up for themselves. They probably never had to before, you know?
Yeah, I feel that. So that's on like one front. And then CC brings up a good point in chat. Like, you know, I'm like she's in between 2 jobs, you know? Like so she might not be in full control of her schedule, right? Like that schedule is determined by like her jobs.
Right.
So
that's my dilemma.
Right. So like if it's like work related, right? But then what I'm saying is it's not like you have to be constricted to just, Twitch and live stream. Like I personally feel like if you're gonna be like a content creator, then you should be then these platforms are just tools, right? Your Twitch is a tool, your Twitter is a tool, your Snapchat can be used as a tool, like all to up and promote yourself, So why then is like content creation just limited to Twitch? Like why is it like you only create a schedule for your live stream? Why aren't you making a way for like if so you can't be live, right, Guyver? Like you can't be live, but what's like preventing you from throwing out some tweets, some little nuggets for the community, especially like your audience, because like people are on your profiles,
people looking for you to post stuff.
They actually waiting for you to post something to comment.
I actually tested that theory out this week my damn self, because I was like, fuck, I ain't gonna be able to really be on or whatever, and I said I was gonna be on, so I posted a goofy ass picture. It was a face off of me and my little brother, and motherfuckers was just like, bro, why? That's fucking hilarious. Like, why would you post that? I was shocked so many people saw it, but people appreciate it because it's like, hey, you still posted it, did something. We weren't just sitting there and like just not getting anything.
All right. So, Phil.
Yeah, what's up?
You a viewer, right?
Yeah.
So you're not coming from the broadcaster standpoint. You're coming from like one of the ones in the audience.
Yeah,
How like important is a schedule for you? Someone that like on the other end, like we don't know your schedule as like a viewer, right? So what type of sacrifices like are you making to be in a stream that has said they were going to be there at a certain time and then maybe doesn't follow through or show up?
I mean, I say I sacrifice sleep because, I'd stay up and the person say, oh, I'll be on at this such and such time. And, when they don't follow through and it's like, well, I hope to keep me updated because it would be nice. Because I stayed up, to watch the content, and I got work at like 5. So it's like, yeah, but I can understand if, life happens. So if something do come up, I can understand it, but it's mostly time.
Mostly time. So you sacrificing your time,
Yeah.
So would you say then that the scheduling is important?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So a schedule is important because on one front you got like the broadcaster standpoint, and like streaming is hard. Like let's not pretend that streaming is easy by no means or stretch, girl or guy. Shoot, honestly, it only take one cable halfway plugged in and you could have a terrible broadcast, to be honest. So streaming's already hard, but then like the importance of like setting aside that time to be there for your audience, like that is just as important.
Yeah.
So what are some ways like that people, specifically streamers, can make it like an easier like if they don't even know how to go about starting a schedule, like where are some places that they can start? Like let's just talk about like starting a schedule.
Honestly, go ahead.
Now you go there. Nah, go ahead and talk your talk.
I feel like honestly, you gotta take little baby steps and just like, okay, I'm gonna do blah 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 for myself. Like, let's say something as simple as trying to figure out when you're gonna go to sleep or when you're gonna do some or plan some or whatever the case may be. There's plenty of ways you can do little things like that. You just have to take baby steps towards whatever. And I would say, hey, I'm gonna plan out me doing a break, or maybe I'm gonna exercise at this time, or I want to eat at this time, or, you know what I mean? Like, set little goals for yourself, so that way they seem kind of attainable. And then as time goes on, you get a little bit more acclimated with, all right, well, I can keep up with this time frame and I can keep up with doing this. So let's try to apply this on a broader scale. You don't have to like flat out right away just be like, oh, well, shit, I say I'm going to be here at 10, but, I know I got to do something at 9 and I don't know if I can make it. I'm trying to squeeze it. Like, no, like just take slow steps and build your schedule around, what you're capable of doing instead of what you're trying to force yourself to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I would say pace yourself. Like, if I had to give any advice, nobody asked you to do 2 streams a day to start, like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, weekends off. Nobody said that. But streaming once every 4 to 5 days, that's not a schedule. It really isn't. There needs to be like some form of consistency so that you can build your community. Because you gotta remember, man, nobody owns viewers out here. And people will ride for you, like if you are producing good content. So with that said, we're gonna move into our next subject, which, it might become a little toxic. So if you're not in the mood for some like toxicity, I definitely say peace on out of this stream right now, because the next 2 topics, they're not too light.
Nah, it's not gonna be toxic at all.
No, not at all. Oh.
You should know that.
These are the wholesome 3 of FSD. If you didn't know. The wholesome 3 right here. Me, Gavin, and Phillip. So we'll be good,
Yeah. The next topic is gonna be not enough room to eat / keeping others down to boost yourself up. Alright. Now, I'm gonna start off with just the whole concept of there not being enough to eat. Why is our community fighting over scraps, first of all? And second of all, why are the people at the top of our community like putting their foot down on the smaller streamers? Like, what is going on? In every other community on Twitch, this is not a problem. Like, legitimately not a problem. And then if it is nowhere on the scale that it is in the Black Twitch community. If you've been around long enough, you have seen the streamers that have made their way up. And if you've been in enough of their communities, you know that it wasn't like just done on their own, that they definitely had assistance. But rather than, extend that hand downward or help promote, communities become closed off. Right? Like, they can't risk their audience being exposed to a streamer with lesser viewers. Now, back in the day, I would fully support that, because some streamers, some broadcasters, their content was just some trash, some actual cheeks, right? But now we got a number of communities growing on their come up. Stream don't look too bad, audio's good, internet stable, content is consistent, right? But no support from the community. And by community, I'm specifically talking about the streamers, not the viewers. No. I'm talking about the streamers. Like, it's one thing if a streamer doesn't know that you exist, right? But like, knowing you exist, knowing you on your come up, seeing where you at, because you're in the same places that all of us at, and then still choosing not to support the community with your audience. That's what we're talking about here. And then taking it a step further and then telling your community not to support that other community. My question is, why are we doing that? I'm gonna let Mellow style.
I think it's like a hierarchy in Black Twitch kind of. Like you have our top streamers, you have our lower streamers. It's like you notice that like one of the lower streamers getting more like views. You're asking yourself like, why is getting these views? You're not supposed to have these views. When actually you're supposed to be supporting them and be glad that they're growing as a streamer. It's not always like that. And what's up, Mac?
Hello.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Continue, Mellow. All right, or was that it?
I don't know, man. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I just think people at the top want to remain at the top for some reason, and they don't want to see others grow.
They don't see others grow. Okay, so by all what then is the top? Like, are we talking about the top because of the view count that they've achieved on their stream, or are we talking about the top of Twitch? Because I always want to keep things, on the same scale. So if you're talking top of Twitch, let's talk about the streamers pulling 70K a stream, 40K a stream, 30K
within the community, like within our community.
So our community. So we talking
like,
sub 100 viewer count streams.
Yeah.
So we're not even talking about 1,000 viewers then, for the most part. So on average, we're not even talking about 1,000 people being in a single stream.
And it's pretty much the same people in each stream, just
Mm-hmm.
The viewers are basically divided anyway. That's why I think we, as a community, we should want to branch out
Bring
more.
people together.
Yeah.
And
Well, I agree, and I feel like it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same token, it's not everybody wants to watch the same thing, and a lot of people vibe with who they vibe with because of who they want to vibe with. So you can't really force it down people's throats. But if we're talking about trying to grow the community and trying to do what we can to push Black people on the platform as a whole, there should be some more organization. There should be some more care and thought put into, okay, how can we go about doing this? Like, how can we go about setting this stuff up? How do we go about helping this, that, or the third person grow? Because it's not a lot of that. Like, there are people who are trying to get to that point and trying to, quote unquote, be the ushers of Black Twitch, but it's not done in the way I feel like at the moment. It's not done in the way I feel that does get a lot of focus onto a lot of people who are actually trying to get the most out of this platform.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I was saying. Like, we just want to branch out more because we call ourselves Black Twitch, but we're not all of the Black people on Twitch.
Right.
And just because we are a Black Twitch doesn't mean you can't bring in people that are non-Black.
Exactly.
Right, definitely.
Because I guarantee you, our audience, the people watching us, right, definitely not all Black.
Of course.
Bro, like that's what's crazy. But Mac, to catch you up, we talking about not enough room at the table, not enough food, for everyone to eat, and then people that basically hold other people down to boost themselves up. Like right now, I just feel like we have a severe lack of communication in our community, right?
Oh, definitely.
So like we don't have streamers that are chopping it up on a daily basis, right? That's not to say that stuff didn't happen in the past, because it definitely did, but bridges were burned, right? And there's a lot of history there. But for like the newer streamers, the newer people on the platform, on their come up, they're getting like legit zero support from the streamers that they watch, they look up to. So my question is like, why is this hate in our community, and how do we fix it?
I wouldn't call it all like necessarily hates. It's just like, I guess you don't always look at the little man in comparison to yourself all the time, you know. So I guess it'd be like overseen, like all of it's not like on purpose. That's all. But yes, but talking, you know,
I feel that, Greg.
will fix it.
So okay. So let's use a real world example, right? Let's not talk speculative. Let's say I'm in Guyver's Discord, right? Guyver's Discord. The Reckless Abandon, owned by Guyver. And I post a streamer in the general chat. I don't know this streamer. I don't know this broadcaster. I don't know nothing about him. But I post him in the general chat. Right? If people, right? Like, I didn't tell anyone to click that link. I posted it because that's what I'm doing. And the people that I'm talking to and with join, right? Like, they join in. Join into the stream. And that broadcaster, let's say that they, at the time of me posting that link, they had 2 viewers. And because of all the people in the Discord, this streamer is now up to 20 viewers. Right?
Right.
Why do let's say some of the broadcasters that are in that stream, right? That are in that stream, that Discord VC, why do some of those broadcasters come into that stream with hate and anger and, you know, maybe just being petty or upset? Is it a form of jealousy? Like,
yeah, I think it's competition and a form of jealousy. They probably have in their mind, well, why the hell is everybody here? You guys should be in my stream, or something like that.
But is your stream even live? First of all, right? Like, is your stream live in that moment? So, like, automatically right off the bat, like, I think it's a more of, I don't get this type of support when I'm live, right? Like, I think it's more like that than anything. Why are people like this in our community? Like, I feel like this is like one of the biggest things that just needs to stop. Like, straight up, cold turkey, just like stop. We need to be supporting and growing, because the truth of the matter is, the more streamers and broadcasters we have in the community, live every day, being consistent, being productive, growing their streams in their community, helps the overall community as a whole. I want 20 black streamers plus with 1,000+ viewers in stream. Like, when is that day gonna come? And I mean 1,000+ in each stream, and you couldn't even tell that this community and the other community from number 1 to number 2 were like had any correlation at all. But there's support there, whether it's a host or a raid or just showing up to different events, like being on the same platform. So, Guyver, how do you combat that, like, in your own Discord? Like, because that's a real problem, right?
Basically, it's weird for me. I feel like people need to stop having a whole cliquish mentality. Like, granted, I understand not everybody's gonna like everyone's content. Not everybody's going to, you know, essentially want to watch every individual that is posted. But I do feel like if you say you are a supporter, you give a fuck about people, I do feel like at some point in time you should be out here trying to check out different streamers and see if you may like other people or give people a chance or whatever. You know, like I've had individuals who come in my stream now and follow me to this day that didn't even know that I was a streamer because I've never went into somebody else's stuff and posted this, that, and the third or promoted myself or whatever, you know, the case may be. That's just never been the thing. But I feel like the best way to combat it is to just try to like get people to network more. I feel a lot of individuals
I be ignoring
afraid.
that. Exactly. Like I like I'm literally under mentality now. Like my 2019 is all about like, yo, I'm riding with the riders and pushing the haters to the left. Like you will get left behind if you're a hater. Like what you just said, Guyver, literally slows down a streamer like yourself's growth, because you don't want to post in other people's discords and stuff because you feel that you may be viewed in a certain light. The only reason you feel that way is because you can clearly see the backlash in those communities, right? Like it'd be a streamer you don't even know. Like it'll be their third, fourth stream, don't know this person, and people done already decided, oh yeah, I can't with this streamer, I can't with this broadcaster.
It's like people don't really want to give people a fair chance, and I don't care.
Right, like even for me, right? Like if anyone knows like all this like actual crap that I've been through on Twitch, you'd know like it's not easy supporting people. But at the same time, like if I stop, right, supporting those around me, then all I'm doing is hurting the community growth overall. Because then I'm not doing what I need to do to help the community grow, right? So, like, honestly, like, bro, there's enough viewers, like, on Twitch, like, 24/7. There is enough viewers on Twitch.
For everybody.
For everyone. There is no reason to ever hold someone down in the community. Telling, I really be feeling like people just don't value the weight of their words. Like, I know I could go in a stream right now and say something and mess someone's whole day up.
Right.
But you're supposed to be in control of that.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so Greg is coming from the standpoint that we have just people in the community that are just 100% pure toxicity and just need to be, like, cut off from the community.
But see, that's the thing, though. I feel like a lot of the times that mentality right there makes it to where people who ain't even toxic get called toxic.
Right, like...
Because everybody feels as though it's like, oh, well, this person...
Because they're getting their feelings hurt.
But they're getting labeled by shit that they shouldn't be even getting labeled by. It's not cool. You know, so I feel there's a nice level of toxicity, but I do also feel like a lot of people get put in a situation where that's not them. Because people have called me toxic before, and I've had other people question that. People saying that you're toxic? You out of everybody? I was like, yeah. I've been called toxic many times.
Greg, I read the whole
and
thing.
I'm just like, how? Like, why? Like I don't do anything to anybody that's toxic. I don't try to go out of my way to hurt nobody. But again, that's just sometimes how it comes off. A lot of people are sheltered or afraid of branching out or being open and meeting new people, and they fall back into that cliquish mentality, like we said before. And that's the issue. Like, it's just too many people falling into that whole cliquish thought process, and that should never be the case. Like, everybody is out here trying to get the same thing. All of us already have one major thing in common, which is like Twitch and, you know, what the platform offers and what it stands for. So it's we all trying to get the same thing at the end of the motherfucking day.
Yeah. Okay. So the second part that Greg says is there are people who can change, but they won't because they don't think they're doing anything wrong. Their communities white knights them and everything, and their friends, and they don't tell them what's up. And other communities thrive because they're quick to cut people off. As for the clique mentality, you know, that's what he's talking about. I get that. Like, we're not saying that doesn't happen. All I'm saying is, what I'm asking is, do we just cut those streamers off because we know that they are of the mindset of like a cliquish mentality? No, we're supposed to be like teaching and educating people like what they're doing wrong, but like we're not supposed to like be bringing it in hate,
bringing any negativity, right? Because
if
all
they
that's doing is
cut them off if they refuse to change. Okay, so like cut them off if they refuse to. So then, like, how many streamers would that be? Don't just cut them off at first. So we have definitely had like people show up in the community acting the absolute fool, and they definitely got cut off. Like, and that's just dealing with crazy people. So,
I think it would just ask, talk to one another, instead of this being in our cliques, because we can't even like communicate within the community.
Right.
So how do we expect us, to branch out to other communities? It just, let's start small first. It just.
But
okay.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't. I don't feel like starting small and cutting people off. You kind of can. There's no way to go about doing any of that without pushing hatred. It's impossible. People have to be able to see and understand, well, this is a toxic behavior in the first place. And if they see it, understand it, get that, then they themselves will be like, okay, well, I'm not going to fuck with the streamer because of how they are. And it's doing is just stopping the community as a whole. Even to this day, I tell people, like, individuals I have problems with or people I had issues or whatever with, depending on what they do or what they are capable of doing or whatever, I still tell people, like, hey, check this individual out. Hey, fuck with this person. Hey, do this, that, and the third. That's just always been the type of person that I am, Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, hey, fuck that individual, hate that individual, bring any type of negative towards them, because how does that make me look as a streamer?
Mm-hmm.
Why would that make you want to trust me or believe in anything that I say or befriend me or whatever the case may be? Like, you wouldn't. You would never do any of that. You would never be like, oh fuck that, I want to be cool with you. Like, nah, you would be like, well, he's out here, he's being a hater, he's just looking out for himself, and then it further goes back into, oh, well, I'm trying to hold things out for myself and go back to being cliquish. There are going to be good people and there are going to be bad people. There's always a cause and effect to everything, no matter what you do, no matter how you do it, no matter how you go about it. There will always be good, there will always be bad. There will always be good, there will always be evil. It's just, this is the way the life is, And I feel like in order for us to deal with that, is to just keep pushing all the people that are doing the right thing, that are going in the right direction, and that do care. Because the more that you do that, the more that people see you're doing that, then you already are pretty much winning in the long run. So to combat the hatred and the negativity, you gotta push it with positivity and love, period.
All right.
That's all you really can do.
So we are going to transition into our last subject for the evening, which, like I said, might be a bit spicy, but
No.
yeah.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah. So the last subject for the evening is shooting your shot at everyone versus cucking. Don't.
I cook everyone, bro. So
Oh, I want to do this.
I don't shoot like Shaq. So,
Oh, you don't shoot, Phil? What do you do, Phil?
I sit
Oh, you
and
just.
I watch Twitch.
Oh, you say you watch it?
That's it. I don't do that no more. I'm quit. Retire.
Alright. So, first of all, is there a difference between shooting your shot and cucking? Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think shooting your shot. A lot of times the guy or girl will be playing around just to get a reaction or just because they're bored.
Test the waters.
Cucking, yeah, there you go. Test the waters. Cucking, you'll do some crazy shit with some cucking. You'll
Donate some.
I gotta choose my words wisely. You'll you'll do something out of the ordinary. You'll even snitch. I'll say that. You'll even snitch. That's it.
You might
Oh man,
you might even bend the truth a little bit.
man, that. All right.
Hook it.
How do you address someone in chat, like a viewer, right? Like, as a broadcaster, like, what's the best way to go about that? Because, like, I feel like you're definitely gonna get this a lot more in like a female's chat than like a male streamer. So, like, what are you supposed to do? Like,
You mean like somebody that's overly doing it, that's taking away from the stream?
Wholeheartedly, like, overdoing it, right? And it's to the point where it's not even cringe anymore. It's just uncomfortable. Right? There's a difference.
One of the monsters step in.
Right? Like, there's a
Let me
difference.
lick the ash off your kneecap.
I wasn't ready for that, yo.
I'll drink your bathwater through a straw.
Oh, I was already thinking of that. Damn, you read my mind. It's great.
What?
It's cringy. Man.
No. That's. Oh,
Yeah, that's definitely a mod's job. If you see that somebody's really overdoing it, you gotta step in.
okay, all right. So, what if someone is then genuinely like still cringe, 100% cringe, right? But like they're genuinely just trying to like get at the streamer. Like,
DMs.
yo,
Yeah.
does the streamer
Honestly,
have the
there's
right to
time and a place
expose?
for everything.
If it's not directed, it shouldn't be respected, to be honest. And directed means direct
There's a time and a
messages.
place for everything.
Right? What about the females that just don't want that at all? Right? They're just like, no.
When they don't want the attention, they don't want people to talk to them.
Yeah, no attention. Don't talk
mean,
to me. Don't look at me.
leave them
Don't
alone.
compliment me.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say, like, definitely leave them be. Like, it is. People understand. Twitch is not a dating site.
Wait,
It's not a dating.
It's not-
It's not
what?
For dating.
what are you talking about,
It's
Guyver?
not for any of that shit.
What are you
It's
talking
like-
about?
Like no real shit. Like, I feel like a lot of the reason why the women I know fuck with me the way that they fuck with me is because they generally feel I'm not trying to hit them. And it's a lot of dudes out here that are in fact in people's chats, and that's like their whole sole purpose is to just hit on the damn streamer. Like, they don't care about anything else. They don't give a fuck about anything else. They just like, yo, I'm here to try to holler at this chick. Point blank, period. And it's annoying. It can be really, really taxing on the women in the community. I mean, yeah, it's okay to give people compliments. Yeah, it's okay to gas people up. Yeah, it's okay to be friends. And this isn't even just for women, because I've had moments of women who have gone well out of their way.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
going
They
overboard.
talk about your
Again,
size or something
I
when you
mean,
enter their stream.
Even
Yeah.
Mac will know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? When you give people all types of second chances and shit, it's just like
Oh,
okay, you went a little bit too far overboard.
All right. I thought we were the host on 3, guys. We need to calm
Being a
down.
host,
Bruh,
I'm just saying.
Did you
I'm
hear
not-
that
I'm not
subtleness?
I didn't put nothing out there. I'm
Bruh.
just simply saying, like, people need to understand. It's It's okay to hit on people. It's okay to find an interest in somebody and want to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
There are streamers out here who do date and who have cooked up, who have met each other through Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You have to understand handling things with tact. You have to understand handling things with respect, and you have to understand that there are boundaries to everything that you do. You like I said, I hang out with a lot of women on Twitch. I compliment a lot of my female friends. I gas them up and say stuff, but I never ever overstep my boundary to where I feel like I'm making them feel uncomfortable or I'm doing too much. And if I ever have done that, I've always apologized and said that wasn't my intent, and I step back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's that's that level of respect. That's that level of handling things like an adult. And you shouldn't be going into every streamer you see that's a woman is like, yo, I'm gonna drink your bath water. It's that third. You shouldn't be, a woman.
The pressure got you left
the dude stream and
Depression,
talking about all types of shit you would do to him if he was tied to a table. You have to handle things in a respectful manner, point blank, period. That's all it's all about. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful women and there's a lot of beautiful, handsome men, on the site. So handle that shit with care.
Yeah, all I'm saying is,
I'm like, Kenny, wait, go eat your ass.
No. What I'm saying is like, I have the whole problem with like with the cucking part. Like, shooting a shot, that's always fun, right? Like, if someone genuinely shooting their shot, the curve is probably gonna be real, and I'm just waiting for the curve, right? Like, but it's the cucking. It's the persistence and then the not stopping. Like,
we get the clear no when
when it's the clear no, right? And then and then you got screenshots from tweets, Discord DMs, Discord general chats, Twitch chat DMs. Oh, who banned Jenny?
I ain't banned Jenny.
Bruh. Like, do you ban that person at that point? Like that's like borderline like online stalking at that point, right? Like, I don't know. Like, Mello came up with like times of arrival today.
Huh?
When you said when someone was going to be back home, you gave it exact times.
Oh.
This is tough.
No, it definitely is tough. Like, I honestly, I feel bad for the dude that like gets curved live on a stream a little bit, but then you like
me, bro.
But you did it live in chat on stream. You should expect that. Yo, I be trying to get curved personally, but I don't get curved. I don't know why. I wish I did, to be honest. It'd be more interesting.
One of my favorite streamers
because
curved
they
me live on
stupid.
stream.
Man, CC, from now on, every time I come to your stream and compliment you curve me on sight. And just imagine me with my helmet off. All
right. Grab your backup helmet.
A guilty heart speaks first. I just saying getting curved loud on stream and Chinny. Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of people that curve people as they should. A lot of people ain't trying to talk to motherfuckers.
All right.
Like I said, I get it. That's why I really feel like a lot of individuals, like that's why I feel like a lot of women like hanging out with me. I really, to this day, I feel like I said, they just feel comfortable because they know I'm not trying to holler at you. I'm not trying to like get the pants out of that shit. What?
Huh?
Hello?
He was just complimenting you, Guyver. Continue.
Yeah, I'm just guessing my nigga. Yeah,
No,
really.
like I'm not trying to do anything
They
that
should get curved
being
on stream of
disrespectful
Bill's
of
character.
Hell no, that shit don't build no character. That shit hurts hearts.
Man, bro. But you ever been told to come to Discord and like, hey, come to Discord and ask me that?
We're just gonna leave that there. Oh. Words from the crowd.
Nah,
Never
bro.
said he suck a fart out. What? Chinny. Me being the one motherfucker that's trying to defend your ass and mod for you, and the fact that you said what you said yesterday, which caused
had a
like
good
8
ass
niggas
dream.
to hit me up. Chinny, you need to relax.
She had that
Yo.
wild ass sex dream about you.
So,
I don't know what
Guyver,
she
as
had.
a
I don't know.
broadcaster, Guyver, what do you do when another streamer hits on you on their platform?
I mean, I'm polite in everything and how I handle everything.
Oh, so you gonna let her
You know
smash?
what I mean?
All right.
No, okay.
I'm glad we got that
No.
cleared up. Oh wait,
I'm not
no.
letting nobody smash. I'm
Oh.
not finna be out
I
here
think
just
it's-
slinging no dick and doing. No, I'm not the
Nigga,
type of, oh my god, I'm not
you
the type
the
of dude.
Guyver.
The
The
guy with an A.
Guyver.
With an A, bro. When you write it in the sentence, you gotta say the Guyver always.
The Guyver.
You gotta say that always. But no, I'm not letting nobody. Like, man, I try to respect nobody, and I try to respect myself.
Know your worth, King. Know your
Decent
worth.
man. I'm not out here trying to just throw my dick at every individual point blank. Period.
Tell them this premium dick.
I've had moments where women have flirted with me on the platform, and I've respectfully declined, as well as I've had moments where I've reciprocated. You know what
Oh.
I mean? It's not.
Did you hit him back tenfold? Was it like a
my
tsunami?
Oh my god. Moving on.
If
Oh,
you
so
don't
that's a
get
yes.
your dry ass, lame ass, no content having ass out my
Oh my god. Shit, I just handle it. I just handle it in a way because I don't want to be out here hurting nobody's feelings unless I feel people are being overly disrespectful and deserve that.
Of course.
Just like I don't want to be out here being an asshole to individuals if I feel shouldn't have nothing like that happen to them. Because nobody want to be curved. At the end of the day, man, that shit's pretty damning. You know what I mean? You getting your damn feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants that.
I feel that.
So yeah.
Man, I'm gonna get my violin off my niggas, bro. Play the world's smallest violin.
Oh. Oh my Marcus. Okay. Well
Well, yeah, well then.
Well.
then. We're just gonna thank everyone in chat. Almost that time. Yeah, it's almost that time, Greg. Like, so for next week.
That whole 3 minutes. What you talking about?
Yeah, for next week, I think that so next week I'm going out of town, so it's definitely probably gonna be like a struggle to get the podcast up. If I can't do it, it's probably gonna fall on Guyver or Static. To get our hour in. So next week might be a little rocky, a little bit bumpy, but we definitely gonna try and be here. One topic that I'm gonna just lightly touch on right now that I really want to talk about next week. It's about viewers that talk more than bots.
Oh, if people still delete them fucking wise bots, I'm still seeing wise bots. Get rid of them goddamn wise bots.
How you?
Wise up.
I just want to know how you have 20,000 more messages than the number 2 person in the stream. I really want to know how the number 2 person is your alt account. Which then means if we add up number 1 and 2's view count or chat messages at 60,000 and then 40,000, that's 100,000 messages. They just supportive is all.
Nah.
This nigga Static so cool.
Nah.
He come at the end of the show. That's how cool he
Yeah,
is.
he come in nonchalant. That's a whole king right there.
That's a king.
Yo,
bro.
Static, you want to leave the people with anything?
Leave with a closing remark.
Yeah, you want to do that? No.
What you guys talking about?
Oh, we just talking about people having
Slongs.
what is it?
Oh.
What is it?
Must be
70,000
nice.
70,000 more chat messages than a stream bot.
God damn.
Oh, means they ain't got no life.
Alright, bro.
Oh,
Add me next time, nigga.
I mean, if it was mellow, then I'd say it was mellow.
Add me next time,
bite.
nigga. Shit.
I mean, it's either they have no life or they really like the person. It's just
Yeah,
it's
man.
simply just that.
That's a little crushy poo.
That's a
I mean,
70,000 messages.
I don't know, man. That's
Static,
a little excessive.
Do you have
But I'm
70
not the type of person. Hmm?
Do you have 70,000 messages on Twitch? Period.
How long has
Yeah,
that person
probably.
been streaming? How long have they been following?
Okay, the timeline, it looks like it's over a
Top 7.
5-month period.
God damn.
So over 100,000 messages sent across 2 accounts.
That's a lot of mess.
In 5 months?
In 5 months.
Man, I'll be spamming, bro. I get my message.
Okay,
I'm
That-
a crackhead.
that would be Static, right? Spamming raid messages. These are just
Raid
messages,
messages?
like
I'm
just
being
talking.
toxic and shit.
What about so that many original messages?
Yes,
That's
that's what I'm saying. Not even counting the spam.
crazy.
That is crazy. That feels like suffocation.
It feels like you're trying to get your chat moving in a really odd way.
Right?
I mean,
It
bruh.
sounds like you trying to out chat all the people in chat.
Y'all can't blame these people for loving their favorite streamers, man. Come
All
on,
right.
guys.
Well, with that said, we're going to peace up on out of here. And who we rating? Guyver, who we rating?
All right.
Who on, baby? Man, if only there was a sub Sunday we could host.
Oh, even better, a subathon we could host.
Subathon.
Yeah,
All in the face.
I
Who got a subathon going on?
don't know.
Should we practice what we preach and host someone outside of the community?
Why not?
Game.
All right.
yeah.
I think
We
I got some
practicing
people
what we
going on that
preach.
People don't know about.
Let's go somewhere new.
Let's see.
I got someone. This should be fun. Let's throw this right here so I can post it over here. Alright. /raid. The raid messages, as always, free smoke.
Here you get the items.
Hashtag free smoke.
You got some.
And until next
Ooh,
week.
great.
Until next week, you beautiful people. You take it easy.
Yeah.
Oh, mellow.
Love y'all asses.
What who throwing kisses?
Kissing everybody in the chat.
Oh, nah.
With a sloppy kiss.
Oh.
Your whole cheek wet. Like a
Oh.
phone. Like a hose pipe.
Your whole
You said
dog.
African? Oh no, bro.
All right. Let's do this. Let's get into this free smoke. Hey. Catch you all in the next one. Peace and hair grease.
So man, be easy, everybody.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
shit, the rain. I didn't even cover the.
Who's this?
Who the fuck are these
Hosted
niggas?
I could.
We should have hosted Asia.
She already posted somebody else.
Yeah, she was Meridia.
She was left. That's why I was cut off. That's why I was like, well.
Yeah, I know who